Hey guys, Cheems Dev here. It's been quite the year, and I figured to cap off the past 365 days, I'd showcase some of the recent developments regarding the Cheems game. So, to start things off, I'd like to talk about the behind-the-scenes changes. First and foremost, I've decided to expand the game's scope a bit more, lore-wise. And the game will no longer be entirely centered around Cheems. It is still a sequel to Bash's YouTube series, however it will be featuring more characters, and I hope to flesh out the world I have been writing. I may also change the name to reflect this change in scope. However, I am leaning more towards keeping the name Life of Cheems the game, since it still features Cheems as the protagonist and is a direct sequel to Bash's series. The next thing I'd like to present is a synopsis of the story. It's still a work in progress, but this is what I have written down regarding the expositional story, as in what happened between Bash's videos and this game. The game takes place 16 years after the end of Life of Cheems 3 and 26, after Cheems and Chad were almost killed by Karen. Cheems has settled down in a currently unnamed town somewhere in the East Coast region of the United States. He remarried a few years after the incident involving Karen and has recently retired from his job at the Captain Cromp's headquarters. Cheems' life is as perfect as could be. He's retired with enough money to keep him and his family well adjusted for a lifetime, a son who's extremely proficient in just about every school subject imaginable, and most importantly to him, a quiet, relaxing life. But in the background of this cheerful ending to Cheems' story is a malicious character who has been seeking revenge almost her entire life. On a summer night like any other, Cheems awakes to a sudden crash downstairs. As he goes to investigate, he's ambushed by armed thugs who kidnap Cheems' wife and child. He awakes in the hospital after a week-long coma, and after trying to recover for a week, he realizes the gravity of the situation and is hell-bent on recovering his family and getting revenge. I probably won't reveal any more of the story until I have actual gameplay to showcase. And lastly, I figured I'd show off some of the sprites that I've made so far. First up is Cheems himself. I actually revealed this on Christmas a couple days ago in a community post, and I had a little Santa hat, so check that out, I guess. And I also have to come clean about something. The original sprite that I used back in 2020 was not entirely original. I had artist block and wasn't really that good at pixel art when I had to make the sprite, so I just looked up on Google some pixel art Cheems, and what started as an inspiration spiraled into almost outright plagiarism of another person's art. It's definitely one of my biggest regrets regarding the game, second maybe only to the hiatus that I've been on for far too long. The original artist is Kira. It's on the screen now, and there's a link to the original artist in the description. Go show them support. Their work is phenomenal, and I wish my younger self was not so careless about, just outright plagiarizing that. Next sprite that I'll be showcasing is Doge. This, along with the other sprites that I've shown and will show, is just a work in progress. I'm not completely happy with this one, but I think it's a good start, and it'll definitely improve with a bit more editing. And I hope by the time that I can release more information regarding the game, I'll have a better Doge sprite to show. And lastly, we have Chad. Now this one I'm not really too happy with, like I said, but I had to get something out because I'm leaving on a trip. Actually today, it's recording this, so I have to get this out really fast. So, like I said, work in progress, but still a start. Well, that wraps up this 2022 progress report. I hope to make monthly progress reports, and by the end of January, I should have at most character sprites done. Have a good new year, folks. Here's to a better 2023.